Good morning, my dear children. So, back after your summer vacation. So, did you all enjoy, my dear children? Reading storybooks, playing with your cousins, with your parents, going up on the terrace, playing indoor games. Did you all enjoy? And I suppose my children are so good, they also concentrated in your studies. In your studies also, you all concentrated? You all did your homework? Did you all write the definitions of about the parts of speech which I gave you all in your previous class? Homework, holiday homework, did you all do it? Oh my dear children, they are so good. They are telling yes. All are raising your hand, na? Yes ma'am, we did it. Yes ma'am, we did it. You are raising your hands? Okay, my dear children. Love you all. My sweet little children. So cute, all of you. So you see, let us pray to God. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. The situation will totally be alright. After a few months, I think so. And we'll meet in the school again. So, now let us, today I'm going to teach a new lesson. That is noun. Okay, with you all. And today you will get the assignment. In your assignment, you will get the holiday homework. That is about the parts of speech, the exercises which I gave for your homework. You'll get for your, in your assignment you'll get it. I'll send it to you. Today you'll get it. Okay, you collect it and you see the work which you did, which I gave for holiday homework. Just check it with my work which I'll send it in your assignment. Just check it from there. And today I'm going to teach you noun. So it's noun. When you're hearing the name, you all are so familiar with this word noun. So what a noun is? Noun is a name of a person, place, animal or thing. So noun is also called a naming word. So my children, they are so intelligent. All they have learned the definitions by heart. And they are so happy. Yes ma'am, we know what a noun is. I am so proud. I am feeling honored. My children, all of my children, I suppose, they know the definition of a noun. Now, nouns are naming words. They tell about the name of a person, place, animal or thing. So what is a noun? A noun is a naming word. So name of a person, animal, place or thing is called a noun. Okay, it's a naming word. So when I talk about the animal, so animals means not only that animal, that dog, cat, lion and all this. So what about this crow, peacock, insects, fishes, they are also over there. So crocodile, all lies in the category of the animals. Okay. So when we have to categorize that animal in the animal category, so all the animals, birds, insects, okay, they all come in this category. And regarding thing, okay, plants and the other non-living things which you see, which you can touch, okay, they all lie in the category of things. Your table, your chair, your blackboard, your duster, your pencil, your pen, whatever is there, they all lie in the category of what? In the category of things. In the things category they lie. Then, so one more thing you will come when you come across a sentence: courage, wisdom, okay, honesty, truth. Then it will come in your mind, ma'am, these are we were coming across these words, but what are these? These are nouns. They are known as abstract nouns, which you can't touch, but you can feel. Okay? Honesty you can't touch, but honesty, you know what honesty is? Never saying any lie, not doing any wrong things. Okay? Be very much perfect with your word. Okay? Those are honest people. Okay? Then truth, you have to always speak the truth. Okay? So because when we talk about God, God is truth. So when we are paying honor to God, that means we should be truthful always. Okay? So that truth, that is also a noun. Now it's coming in your mind, ma'am, what this noun is, why it is a noun? It is called an abstract noun. Okay? So though it is not given in your book what an abstract noun is, but abstract noun you should know it very nicely. And in your book, let it first be categorized in the things column, because it's not categorized in the abstract noun, it's not given over there. And one thing also you will come, pair of shoes, crowd of people, they are called collective noun. Though in your exercise I have seen it's given it there in your book, but you should know it. pair of shoes. You know shoes. Shoes is a thing, it's a noun. But when I'm talking about pair of things, it's a collective noun. So you have to write pair of shoes. Then you complete the noun. Okay? Crowd of people. Okay? So these are all what it is called collective noun. Because collectively it is talking about. So these are what we are finding today in your lesson. You will see this. So just an introduction I gave about the noun. Then I'll go for the exercise. So my dear children, you are having your grammar book with you. You are sitting with your grammar book right in front of you. Okay, I suppose? Yes, my dear children. So all of you, my dear children, open your book. Open your book to page number. First, you open this book. Basic English Grammar and Composition. This book. Open to page number. Open to page number 11. All of you, did you all open your book to page number 11? I suppose yes. Now, so at first it's given over here, nouns are names of people, places, animals, birds, things or ideas. So it is talking about that, what a noun is. Okay. Now, so when we go for the exercise, my father is a doctor. So my father is a doctor. So father, first you have to pick out the noun from the sentence. So in your parts of speech, in your previous class, I taught you very nicely how to pick up the words from the parts of sentence, and you have to categorize in which category they belong to. Over here, my father is a doctor. When I am talking about the sentence, my father is a doctor, my means what? This is a pronoun. Father is a name of person. He's a person. My father. Father is a noun. Is a supporting verb, or you can just say it's a verb. Then is an article. Then doctor is a person. So doctor over here is when I'm talking, it's a person. So you will categorize in the people group. So in the people group you will categorize father and doctor. You don't find the place, animal, thing in sentence number 1. Now number 2, I love to eat chocolates. So when you categorize over here, I is what? It's a pronoun. Eat is what? It's a verb. Chocolates, it's what? It's a noun, it's a thing. So you will categorize into the things group. So all of you are paying attention. Now number 3, go to sentence number 3. Geeta is taller than Rekha. So Geeta and Rekha you find over here 2 persons. So first you have to pick out the nouns over here. So Geeta, Rekha, both are nouns over here. When you are picking these 2 up, then you will categorize this Geeta and Rekha in whose group? In people's group. Then, I saw rainbow yesterday. Oh my God, when I am talking about this rainbow, in your essay, I think so, one essay I gave you, that rainbow, and all of you liked it, the rainbow. So here when you see a rainbow in the sky, you feel so happy. So I saw a rainbow yesterday. So I saw a rainbow yesterday. So this rainbow is a thing. So you categorize in the things column, because yesterday is an adverb, then I is a pronoun, saw is a verb, or is an article. Okay. Mr. Gupta is a neighbor. So Mr. Gupta is a neighbor. So Mr. Gupta is a person. So you will categorize in the people's group. Neighbor is also person. So both will be categorized in the people's group. Okay. Jatin bought 2 pairs of shoes from the shop. Jatin is a name of a person. Shop is a place. Okay. And pair of shoes is a thing. It's a collective noun. I told you. I discussed you. Okay. Pair of shoes. It's a collective noun. Then Leela's father planted a mango tree in the garden. Okay. So you know very nicely where it will be. Leela's father. Who is Leela? Who is father? Then garden, mango tree. You know where you have to put all these things. So I suppose you can do, my children. Agra and Jaipur are famous cities of India. So I will tell you the answers, everything. Then you will sit and you will do it. So I want you to do it yourself. So Agra, Jaipur, cities, India. So you have to categorize. First you mark it down, okay? In the sentence you mark it down where which words are nouns over here, and then you categorize into that column. People, place, animal or thing you categorize over here. Then my mother tells me to speak the truth. Again that truth came, I told you. It's an abstract noun. Okay? So you have to categorize in the things group, okay? The magician pulled out a rabbit from the hat. So very easy. Magician, person you know, who shows magic. Rabbit, animal. Hat, thing. So you can do it yourself, my dear children. So like this you do all these things of yourself, okay? Till 15 you do it yourself, okay? Do it yourself. In your next class I will send it to you in your assignment. Now you omit this page, means you don't need to do it over there in the book, because your answers will not be the same as of mine. You can do it yourself, just a practice of yours. That is page number 12. Write the names, all of you turn to page number 12. Did you all? Then write the names of any two things you see in a computer lab. In your computer lab, what two things you see? Now you're detached with your school, okay, with the surroundings of the school, but you know very nicely what you find in a computer lab. You write any two things. It will not match with your friends. Maybe all the answers will not be the same, but you find a lot of variety of things in the computer lab. Write any two of the names over there. Write in your book. Name the 5 cities that you have visited or wanted to visit. You have visited the city and you want to visit that city. You write it over there. Okay. It may differ. Okay. So it will not match with my answer. For that reason, I am not writing the answer over here. You do it yourself. It's just a practice. Write down 5 of your favorite things in school. So in your school, so many things you find favorite, especially the swing, the seesaw, okay, the ball, some toys, things you can play with your friends in the school. So these things you find, your blackboard, duster, chalks, so many things are there. So it will not match with all the students and with my answer. So do it yourself. Name the national bird of India. This will match with everyone. That is the peacock. Okay, the national bird of India. All of us know it very nicely. It's a peacock. So write peacock over here. Write the names of 5 of your favorite animals. Here also it will match. Someone will say, ma'am, my favorite animal over there is elephant. One will say, Nana, it's a lion. I don't like elephant at all. I'll write any other 5 animals. So it will not match. Okay. So do it yourself, my dear children. Now go back to page. Open to page number 13. Not go back. I'm very sorry. Open to page number 13. This. All of you. Did you all open your book? Now. A person who delivers letters to our houses is called a postman. We know that a person who delivers letters is known as a postman. A person who cuts our hair is called a barber. So you all know this very nicely, okay? A person who keeps law and order is called a police officer. A person, number 4, a person who makes or repairs shoes is called a cobbler. So you know this song, Cobbler, Cobbler, Mend My Shoe? Get it done by 2:30? Yes. It's a nice one. So person who makes or repairs shoes is called a cobbler. Then number 5, a person who bakes bread for us is called a baker. So who bakes bread for us is called a baker. Then number 6, a person who brings milk for us from the dairy is called a milkman. Number 7, a person who sews clothes for us is called a tailor. Sews means who stitches clothes for you. Okay. Then number 8, a person who sells meat is called a butcher. Okay. A person, number 9, a person who makes earthen pots is called a potter. Potter, P-O-T-T-E-R, earthen pots, potter. A person who makes doors, windows and furniture is called a carpenter. Okay. Then, don't mix up. For this reason I am telling you one thing. A person who carries luggage at railway stations and bus stops is called a porter. So who carries luggage at railway stations and bus stops, that person is called a porter, P-O-R-T-E-R. And the person who makes earthen pots is called a potter, P-O-T-T-E-R. So don't mix this up. For that reason only, I came over here to tell you that what is the difference between a porter and a potter. Okay, potter, pot, earthen pot, makes earthen pot, a person who makes earthen pots. So it's a potter, P-O-T-T-E-R. And who carries luggage in the railway station is a porter, P-O-R-T-E-R. Okay. Then a person who paints walls, doors and windows is called a painter. A person who builds walls of brick or stone is called a mason. That is number 13, mason. Number 14, a person who grows crops for us is called a farmer. 15, a person who waits at tables in a hotel or restaurant is called a waiter. Number 16, a person who washes dirty clothes is called a washerman. Number 17, a person who owns a shop and sells things is called a shopkeeper. Number 18, a person who goes to sea in a ship is called a sailor. Ship, sailor. Not sheep. Sheep is an animal. S-H-E-E-P. Sheep. Sheep is an animal. Ship. Ship is a transport. Is a which you see in water. That is ship. Okay. So that is a sailor. A person who goes to sea in a ship is called a sailor. Number 19. A person who sells flowers is called a florist. F-L-O-R-I-S-T. It's a florist. He's a florist. Number 20. A person who treats patients is called a doctor. Okay. 21. A person who catches fish is called a fisherman. So a person who catches fish is called a fisherman. Number 22. A person who looks after sick people is called a nurse. Okay. A person who draws building plans is called an architect. Okay. Then go to the next page, page number 14. A person who dances on the stage is called a dancer. Then number 25, a person who fights for a country is a soldier. Okay, so fights for a country is called a soldier. So these are the things you should do it yourself. Though I discussed everything with you, but you have to do it yourself. And in your next class, I will send it in your assignment so that you can check your work. And your homework is page number 11, exercise A, and page 13, exercise D. You will do it in your grammar book because it is your workbook also. The things which I will tell you to do in your notebook, that is in your grammar copy notebook, that you will do in your notebook or in your copy, and the things which I will tell you to do it in your grammar book, you will do those things in your grammar book, but write it with a pencil. Okay, don't go for a pen. You have to write with a pencil. So these are the things which I wanted to discuss with you. If any problems, you are free to ring me up, you are free to call me. Okay, please call me. Okay, if any problems you all are having. Okay, so bye bye my dear children, my sweet children. Stay safe in your home.